Hi everyone, it's Lisa with Ink and Inspirations. I am just a few minutes early to give people a chance to find where I'm live and to tune in. So I thought I'd just chat for a couple of minutes and let that happen. So checking my sound and everything. So if somebody chimes in and the comments and lets me know if the sound is okay, that would be great. So how's everybody doing? I am have my Florida friends in prayer as that storm approaches. So I hope you all are probably not listening to me, but listening and preparing, making the preparations that you need to be safe from that storm. Hey, Carol, good morning. How are you? So anyway, I'm here in Southeast Texas, and our plan is to go back to Missouri for some of the fall and hopefully see this changing of the leaves probably early Thursday morning or so. So I won't be live on YouTube on Thursday evening um, because we will be probably driving into the cabin. But I have a World Card Making Day live scheduled for Saturday morning. I just posted the event on Facebook. So if you're watching there, you'll see that. And I'll also put a notice on YouTube. Good afternoon. Thanks, Cindy. Hi. Good morning. So anyway, I'm going to wait till 11 straight up to get started. But back to the weather, there was a little cool breeze this morning here in Southeast Texas, which is quite refreshing. And so anyway, Mr. Brown is working on some things around the house, and I told him, I said, I have a live this morning and then we can go to lunch. So I'm going to have him take me out to eat somewhere. And then we have some errands to run. And then this evening, um, me as parents are busy and working. So we are getting her from school and getting her to tap and ballet this evening. So it brings back old memories for me. So anyway, if you're here and watching, just say hello. And I went live from Fort Worth last week. That was a Thursday. And I know I said I was going to do a drawing and give the tags away, some tags away, but I haven't done that yet. So, but I will. So if you leave a comment, I'm going to give away a little prize to someone that leaves a comment today, either on Facebook or YouTube. So, anyway, I'm excited about World Card Making Day, and I'm excited about the bundle that I'm sharing today. It's an early release bundle, and I'm going to be telling you all about that in just a minute. We'll get started. So is everybody doing okay? Uh, I've had allergy issues, but I'm doing better, so thank goodness for that. So just say hello and you'll be entered into the drawing for a little prize, and I'll make myself a note to get the tags ready and announce that as well. Probably do that on World Card Making Day. Hi, Marion. Thanks for tuning in from California. Great. Okay, I have an 11 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself again. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I have been a demonstrator almost 16 years. Coming up, I believe October the 4th is my stamp anniversary. So I can't believe it's been 16 years. And anyway, so that's exciting and fun to me. We are going to be working with the warm welcome tongue twister warm welcome bundle today. But first, I want to show you some of my announcements and some of the promotions that are going on now. So I'm going to exit and so you can see let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so from now until the 30th at noon, which is Friday, I'm having a mystery host party to end the Stampin' Up! Year. So if you place any order in my online store using this host code, okay, then you have a chance to get some host rewards, okay? And I might be drawing for some other prizes too. So depends on how many people order and how well we do there. So super excited about that. And that's with any order. And if I can help you placing your order, let me know. Okay. So that ends Friday at noon on the 30th. And I'll announce it on Facebook, and I'll put it on my blog, and I'll put a little notice on YouTube as well. Okay. Next, for World Card Making Day is coming, and it's this Saturday. I didn't get to print off a pretty picture, but wanted to write this up. On World Card Making Day, which is Saturday, October 1st, I'm going to be live on Facebook and YouTube at 10:30 Central, which is 11:30 Eastern, 9:30 Mountain, 8:30 Pacific. So get your calendars out and write that down so you can join me if you are at home and wanting to craft and just have some fun. I'm going to do some card demonstrations, have a prize patrol, and we're just going to have some fun. So join me then. And most of you, I think, know that Stampin' Up! Is having their own free virtual event on stampinup.com on Saturday, and it's in the evening. I don't have the times. I think it was 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So you have to do the conversions there yourself. But anyway, what they're doing is they're going to be having, it's a 3-hour virtual event, and they're going to be doing demonstrations with these 3 bundles. Cottage Rose, this is from the annual catalog. Cottage Wreaths, which is from the mini catalog, and Warm Welcome, which is the bundle I'm going to be showing you today. And so they give you the tools and everything. And I'm going to be posting this with a link to this flyer on my blog today so that you can look at it, because I know you can't see this very well. But I just wanted to show you that I did order the Warm Welcome bundle, which is what I'm going to be working with today. And when you order any of these 3 bundles by October 1st, you get a free pack of iridescent pearls. Okay, so it's any of these. Now, this Warm Welcome bundle, it's an early release. And after October 1st, it won't be available again until the beginning of January in 2023 when it goes live in the new mini catalog. Okay, so they're just giving us a special opportunity to order this now in celebration of World Card Making Day. And I can't wait to see what Stampin' Up! Does with this, because they have not shared an idea, a card sample, or anything with us. So it's going to be a big surprise with what they do with it. It's a very versatile set, and I'm going to show you kind of 2 ways to use it today. One more of a simple stamping way, and then the other with this cute door. So let's get started. But first, just know that I will post these flyers. These are the dimensions and the cuts for the cards they're going to be making on World Card Making Day, okay, that you can do along with them if you'd like. I'll post this flyer, this link, and this link. And if it's not later today, it'll be tomorrow, okay? But go to stampinup.com or to Kuma online store, and you click on that World Card Making Day big banner at the top, and it'll give you all the information. And that's where you will go as well for the virtual event. That'll be Saturday afternoon / evening. Okay. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. Let's get started. All right. So our first card I'm going to be using, it's a more of a simple stamped card. And I am using the Stack of Presents here and the Yay, It's Your Day, because I wanted to make a birthday card. Okay, so I am using a 4 1/4 by 11 thick basic white card base. Okay, and I scored it at 5 1/2. And I have another layer of basic white, okay, for 2. One's for the inside of the card and one's for the outside. 2 cut at 4 by 5 1/4, okay. And let's go ahead and work with that first. I'm going to start building up on this one that's going to go on the outside of the card. And I've told you before that usually if I have a layer that I'm building up on, I will wait and to put it on my base after I'm sure I'm okay with it. Yes, it is, Cass. It's so cute. Okay, so let's take this piece and we're going to build up and work on it. I have a piece of this little gingham from the Gingham Cottage stack of designer paper in the mini catalog. It's in real red and it's cut 1 3/4 by 4. And I'm just going to make a little banner with it. So I'm going to take my paper snips, and I don't measure on this, y'all. I just eyeball it for the center and cut up about a 1/2 inch. And then I go from the corner to the top of that cut, and then from the other corner to the top of the cut. Okay, and there we have a cute little banner. And that is going to be glued just right here on this 4 by 5 1/4 card front. So I have found that if I have a block in stamping, and y'all know what that means, crafting, you have all these beautiful supplies in front of you, and you're thinking, what in the world am I going to do with this? Huh? Anybody else can raise their hand on that? And so I start with basic white when that happens, okay? And because you're not limited by color. And so I just started and I thought, this is going to be a birthday card. And so I wanted it bright and cheery. And so I wanted to use a red. I've been using a lot of red lately because, you know, Christmas holiday crafting. But this was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So then I used my Stylish Shapes dies. And I used the square. Let's see, which one did I use? If you measure the outer perimeter, it's 2.5 by 2.5. And I cut a basic white square from that. And then to back that, this is a 2.5 inch square. And see, when I layer that on top, you just get that really pretty red border around the edge. So I am going to glue that together, but first we stamp. And so let me get I've got my photopolymer stamp already mounted. There's that little gift. And I'm going to be using Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to be using Memento Black ink. Okay. It's a water-based ink. So that's what we used with the alcohol markers. You want an odd pair. You don't want alcohol-based ink with an alcohol marker, okay, because it will smear. And that would be like your Jet Black StazOn, okay, you wouldn't use with this. And just some of our classic inks. The alcohol can sometimes, when you're coloring, can, hey there, use to get the ink and spread it, okay? I'll get it out in a minute. I saw that comment. Whoever is on Facebook and said hello, I can only see Facebook user, so I don't know who that is telling me hello. But hello, I'm glad you're watching. Hey, Kathy. No, you haven't missed much at all. But yeah, I know you're busy. That's my sister-in-law, Kathy, and she's taking care of little ones. I'm inking this up, and I'm going to stamp this right in the middle. And I've got a good padding underneath here with my stack of grid sheets, so I didn't use my foam mat. And I'm looking for this lid so I don't make a mess. All right, now let's color. So what I chose is I got some of my markers, and I just chose one of each. It's either light or dark, of Tahitian Tide, Real Red, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. So first, I don't need the granny apple for this one. I'll show you where I use that in a minute. I'm going to take, this is light Daffodil Delight, super easy coloring. And I'm using the bullet tip because when I'm coloring like this in a small area, more times than not, I will use the bullet tip. Okay, so that's just coloring book coloring, right? Okay, and then I'm going to take the light Real Red, And I'm going to do these stripes and just do every other one. Super simple. Who likes coloring with alcohol markers or Stampin' Blends? Do you like to use them, or do you have another coloring medium that you prefer, like either blender pen with inks or watercoloring with inks? I was going to call them matte pencils, but they're not matte pencils. You know what I'm talking about, color pencils. Hey, Connie. So now this is dark Tahitian Tide, and I'm just coloring the dots. So if you're new to stamping, this is a card you could make with basically just the stamp set. You would even have to have this stylish shapes die. You see how it has the faux stitching there? You could cut a square and do all of this with something to color with and something to stamp with and your basic tools. So I know that those of you, or if there are any of you that watch that aren't actively card making, you think, oh, I can't do that. I don't have room for all this stuff. And I know that's a deal. I know that's real. But that's when I like to encourage, using the basic stamps, ink, and paper. Okay. Or you can go and use our paper pumpkin kits or our kit collection kits, and everything's in a box. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and glue this. So I know my sister-in-law, Kathy, was the first one to order for the mystery host event that I'm having, and which anyone can participate. And what she did is order her prepaid paper pumpkin subscription for next month, for October, because it's going to make 9 Christmas cards. And I'm going to do a free Facebook class with that kit and maybe show you a couple of alternate uses of that kit. Okay, so now you see how pretty that looks? Even the red on red is striking, don't you think? Okay, so that's going to be glued right there. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. So anyway, I'm super excited about starting to do that paper pumpkin class. And it's a free class on Facebook, and you can join me there live and watch us, or get that kit before October 10th, and so you can participate with us. It's going to be fun. Okay, so now I want it to say yay and it's your day. Let me see. I can't. Oh, here's my yay. And I'm just going to use Memento Black ink, and I have a scrap strip of basic white that I just keep in my scrap drawer because it's great for sentiments for times like this. And here again, nothing fancy needed. We're just going to ink this up and stamp it right here. Make sure I have it good and inked. Okay, and then I am going to just trim that off. It always scares me when I leave that black ink pad open. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut and leave about 1/4 of an inch on each side of the yay. And no, I don't measure it. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay, so now that's going to go right there. But I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals and pop that up. I think I'm going to put 2. So let's do this. And then I got real brave when I was creating the sample for this card, and I usually do all my stamping first before I glue down. But again, I'm going to be stamping right onto this with It's Your Day. And I feel pretty confident about that because it's photopolymer and I can see where I'm stamping. Now, if this was one of our red rubber stamps, I would not be trying to stamp this blind, so to speak. So with it already glued on the paper, on the card front. So I'm going to come right down here and stamp It's Your Day. Ta-da! See, love the photopolymer. Love it. Okay. So now we're almost done with this card. Let me put my lid on that black, and I'm going to go ahead and get my card base. Okay, Butterfingers. And let's go ahead and lay that white on white on that card front. See how clean and crisp that looks? It's just the white. Anything you put on the white is going to be striking. Thank you, Facebook user. You have to give permission to StreamYard to for them to use your name. It's a privacy thing, and I respect that. So I'll be able to see who that is commenting later when I go on to Facebook. Okay, so there's that. And then I have a little black and white gingham bow. And I'm just going to put that right there. And then let me show you what I did for the inside of the card. Let me get my supplies here out of the way. You know that 4 by 5 1/4 piece? I stamped this little arm with a bouquet of flowers, and I just colored it like it's, you know, coming in right there for presentation for a birthday. And you can just write your message, or if you have a birthday sentiment you want to put in here, absolutely fine. Or you could even put, hey, it's your day, and then let's spend time together. That would be cute on the inside. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know. Sorry about that. Thanks, Cass. All right. So there's the first card, and you see, pretty simple, right? But isn't that cute? I love it. I love that white in the background. Okay, let me clean up my mess here, and we're going to start the next project. Again, this is the Warm Welcome Bundle, and it's an early release bundle that will not be available after October 1st until January of 2023 when it goes live in the catalog. The new mini. I'm going to leave that one right there. And let's go with our next card. Okay, I have all kinds of pieces here, so let me get set up here. I decided to go with Cajun Craves because I haven't used that in forever. 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And then this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to score this at every 1/2 inch. And I'm going to tell you why. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, let's go ahead and fold this in half and give it a good crease with a bone folder. So when you're folding your cards, especially this 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, bring it over, match those corners, top and bottom, press down, and then give it a good crease with a bone folder. Okay, so we can set that aside for now. And now we're going to score this piece. So I'm going to get my Simply Scored scoring tool. Put it up here. I'm going to this is going to go on my card front, and I'm going to have a portrait card. So I have seen this bundle used with that precious brick embossing folder, and it's perfect for this card, for this bundle. I don't have it. I mean, I don't even know why I don't have it, because it's a great embossing folder, but I'll be getting it. So this is going to be like, I'm going to make it like little paneling, or the, you know, the, what do you call it, siding on a house, and just score some lines to mimic that. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up, and then I'm going to score it every 1/2 inch. And my scoring tool for this is gone missing. Missing in action. So all the way down. Okay. So now I'm going to move this aside. I think I'm going to use it later, but get it out of the way for now. So now we have the siding. Okay. See how it's scored? Make it look more like the side of a house. Okay. So now we're going to build up and work on this. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I should have left my scoring tool here, but it's okay. I have a piece of gray granite that's 3/4 inch by, what's this, 4 1/4. So what I did is I cut this the same size as the front of the card. Okay. So this is going to be like my sidewalk. Okay. So again, if I can find, yeah. I just put this up here like this. And you know how you have the little seams in sidewalk? I didn't even measure perfectly. I just made some little, okay, like it's a sidewalk. And I'm going to put this down here at the bottom so I don't lose this little piece. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on. Okay. So we have that. And so now what you'll need for this door, this is a stamp, okay? And then you have the die for that, for the open door, which is here. Okay, so you can stamp and then put it on white or whatever color you'd like. Let's just put it here so I can show you. You can put it there and then put the outline or the open door for the inside and cut it all at the same time. Okay, so that's what I did with the whisper white, the basic white. So let me show you. Right here, I cut about a 4 by 5.5 piece, and then I die cut that out. I had that middle piece there. I used a little piece of Post-it tape, ran it through the Big Boss, and cut it out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is color this. Put some scrap paper here, and because the colors I chose to color this matched the designer paper that I'm using. So this is from the Celebrate Everything, and it's the Host paper stack that's in the mini catalog, and that is like my wallpaper that you can see on the inside of the house. So here again, I didn't have much light colored paper with me. Most of the stuff I have here is like Christmas. And I didn't think about this when I ordered this bundle, but what you need here, you can use white, and you can use your blending brushes and color the white that you put behind this to look like the inside of a house or even the outside. Okay. But I wanted to stamp on this. I wanted it to look a little bit like a wall in the background. And so what you need is a light print. Okay, it could be floral, because if you want to stamp over it, you want that to show up, right? Okay, so that's just a little tidbit of tip there before I start coloring and putting that on. Okay, let me get my colors out here. And I'm just using, because The designer paper is Pool Party. I'm using Pool Party here. So I'm just going to color these inner panels, all right? And so I'm just using the light and coloring it in each of these panels. And I'm leaving the door white. Just real quick color here. Don't want to keep y'all too long. So I'm just coloring in, and I'm going to use my dark in just a minute to add a little bit of shading. Okay, now let's get the dark Pool Party, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shading like this with the dark. Okay, and then take your light and just kind of bring it in. Okay, just give it a little bit of shading. Okay, then let's see. This white that cut out around the edge of the stamped image, what I did, because I didn't want that to be white there, I'm taking light crumb cake and I'm just kind of filling in right there. Kind of like a shadow. And I'm just going around the outside of that stamped image, the stamped line. Okay. All right, so there's our door. Whoops. Now we're going to stamp on this. Now I had a dilemma. I didn't know if I wanted to use, well, I know what I want to use on it, but the positioning of it is my question. Sorry about all the noise. All right, now, so this says, my door is always open for you. Very sweet and a pretty font. And I'm using Early Espresso ink, and I think there's a little element that I want to use on this doorway. So this time I'm going to try, no, I think I'm going to do it like I did before, and I'll show you. I was going to put a heart here, but I think I'm just going to center this and put my heart on the door itself. So here is, I need to re-ink my Early Espresso. Let me test it. That'll be good. Okay, here again, I'm kind of centering it side to side and top to bottom. Press. Pick up. Okay. Close that. And now I'm going to attach that right behind that door. Isn't that cute? It's the cutest little idea. It's one of Stampin' Up's $1 Million Achiever stamp sets. Once you achieve $1 million in sales, you can design your first time, you can design a stamp set or give them the concept for the stamp set. And this one was Jennifer Polly, I believe. Okay. So I am just fitting that right behind that open door frame. And I'm going to try to center it, keep it straight. Okay. And there are so many things you could do on this inside. I heard somebody say about using like a Christmas tree on the inside there, like you're looking in and seeing So cute. And these, I mean, these little shoes are cute. I want to do the one with the little mugs and let's spend time together. Just so many different ideas. So many ways you can use it. Okay. Now, this is going to go right there on the sidewalk. I'm going to lay the flat side down, the edge there, on the top of that sidewalk. But I want to center it, Lisa. So the door's open, but it's still going to look better if this whole piece is centered. And then Jackie would be saying, but the door's not centered on the... Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna go for just compromise here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. I'm using liquid glue in this little fine tip. It's kind of running out. I should have my other one out. Get it. There we go. Okay, Lisa, let's do this. Line that door up with the bottom. Yeah, I like that. Cute. So I know I have more space over here on this side, but that's okay. The door's open. I tried to center it as much as I could. Okay, so now we have that. Now, I'm going to show you something else that is cute that I got, an idea I got from my friend Patty. So I have a scrap piece of basic white, and I have this flower stamp, okay, and I'm going to get my Magenta Black, ink that up, stamp, and then okay, I color, have Mossy Meadow here. It's going to be really quick, just to show you how I colored it. And then for the flowers, I did Calypso Coral light first, the bullet tip in, because this is a small area. So I'm just going to do a couple of them to show you. And then the dark Calypso. Well, where is it? Here it is. And then I just kind of did a little bit of a shadow, or just a little, you know, darker part to give it some depth. So I did all that to my flowers, to all of the flowers. Okay. Then I took light Cajun Craze and I colored this in, and the dark, just a little bit of, okay. Then what I did after I finished coloring it, I cut it out right there. And then you can cut it, fussy cut it, or you can cut it with your die and then cut it off, because there is a die that goes with it. Let me show you. This one. See, that would cut it out. And then you just cut it off at that area right there. And let me show you. It makes a little flower pot. So cute. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Okay, here. Cut that. Cut that off. And let's put another glue dot on it. This you could use glue, but I put it on the glue dot roll so I wouldn't lose it. Look at this, how cute. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then I cut out, this heart is a die. And then I'm putting that. I was going to put that like above or below, but on my first card, I put it on the door like a little wreath on the inside, you know, like a little decor. And then one more thing, y'all, this is super cool. Look, the address. And I'm going to show you how I did that. I mean, it's super simple. Those numbers are tiny. Okay, so in the die set, you have a couple of little placards, like for an address. I used the bigger one and cut it out of basic white, and then you get this strip of numbers. Okay, and you die cut them all out at one time, and I saved my extra in a little clear envelope. Okay, I ran it through twice because I needed 2 5s, and then you can use a little bit of glue or fine tip glue and put it on, or you can use the adhesive sheets and cut it out like that. Okay, so now we're going to just finish it up. I like it in the Cajun Craze. I'm glad you like it, Cindy. It's fun. I mean, so many different ways you can use it. Okay, this is just going to cover the whole card front. And then on the inside, you would use a piece of basic white. And let's see if I have a piece somewhere. I do. So I'm just going to, oh, I got some glue there. Well, I'll have to use my adhesive remover after a while and get it off. See right there? Okay, so let's see what we're going to do on this. Okay, so I think I'm going to take maybe the welcome. Let's see. Yes, Connie, so many ways. So many ways. Okay, and I'm going to use oops, whoops, almost dropped that. Okay. Welcome. Then you could write a little note. And then, oh my goodness, they have these tiny hearts. Tiny hearts. So I'm going to take this. And let's see. See if my Cajun Craze, y'all. I messed up my ink pad the other day. I need to order another one. This one. I mean, that's just sweet, right? Okay. Then we can put that on the inside, and our card's going to be ready to send. Yep, I got something down here. I'll have to put a piece of something to cover up that ink. Okay, let me get the black ink out of the way, Lisa. And all the things here. There it is, 2 cards with this great early release bundle. Warm welcome, okay? In so many different ways you can use it. And I hope you will get it while it's available. Remember, the last day you can order it right now is October the 1st. And also, just a reminder, I have my mystery host party going on through noon on Friday the 30th. Use this host code, place any order for a chance at host rewards and maybe other prizes given away too. And World Card Making Day with me on Saturday morning here on YouTube and Facebook. 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central, 9:30 Mountain, 8:30 Pacific, with demonstrations and prize patrol. So, anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as we go into the weekend here, I want to wish all of you in Florida or those in Florida uh, safety and sending prayers and praying for your safety. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get back on and tell you bye. Okay, so thanks for being here. Anybody has any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I'll get back with you later. I love sharing with you. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Take care. Bye bye.